2-7. Side out. 7-2. Point. Yeah, your score is 8. 8-2. Point. 9-2. Point. 10-2. Yep, good call.
Next one.
Side out. 2-10. Side out. Thank you. Yeah, we have time out. You have a drink. No, it's still got another point to play. We're just having a drink. Oh, time out. We're just having a time out. That's correct. Yeah. Oh, I got it. Yeah. You're only on 10. Oh, they just got you. Okay. Ready?
Yeah.
Time in. 10-2. Side out. 2-10. Side out. 'Yep. This side, Jacks. 10-2. Point. Game 2. 11-2. 2 minutes. Have another drink. Thank you.
14-10 up. Come on, Abby. Get in there.
to 11 win by 2, but we'll swap sides when the first person gets to 6. Okay? Jackson to serve. Time in, 0-0. Side out. 0-0. Short. Side out. Yeah, other side. 0-0.
Like it wasn't me making mistakes. It was him missing and making That's why I'm not.
Oh, good shot, Nadia.
Side out.
Good shot.
0-0.
Oh, good shot.
Point. This side, Jax. 1-0. Point.
Uh-oh.
Thank you. Yeah, other side. 2-0. Side out. 0-2. Point. This side. 1-2. Side out. 2-1. Point. Three, 1. Side out. Other side.
AC.
1-3. Point. 2-3. Side out. Just easy there.
Do it nicely.
3-2. Side out. Two, 3. Oh, sorry. I've got that wrong. You're on the other side. That's right. Thank you. 2, 3. Point.
Come on, buddy. Dead even.
This side now. 3, 3. Point. 4, 3. Side out.
Good shot, man.
Thank you. 3. Your score's 3? Yep. 3, 4.
Well done, good serve.
Is on the line? Yep. Point. Yeah, very good call. Very good call, Jax. Point. 4, 4. Point. 5, 4. Point. Change of ends. 1 minute. Have a drink.
Have water. How many you need water? Just quickly, 1 minute.
Fifteen seconds. Ready? Time in. 6, 4. Side out. Yep, this side. You're 4. 4, 6. Point. This side. Yep. 5, 6. Side out. 6, 5. Side out. Yep, that side. 5, 6. Side out. Yep, that's right. 6, 5.
Good luck, good luck.
7-5. Yep, good serve. Point. 8-5. Did you call it out? Yep. Side out. 5-8. Oh, you're on that side. Sorry. Thank you. 5-8. Side out. This side, Jackson. Yep. 8-5. Side out. 5-8. Yep. Side out. 8-5. Point. Yeah, this side. 9-5. Side out. Your score's 5. Yep. 5-9. Point. 6-9. Nice rally. Side out. 9-6. Point. No. 10-6. Side out. And this side. 6-10. Side out. 10-6. Point. Game and match. 4-11. 11-2. 11-6. Well done, guys. Congratulations. Well done. Really good match. I enjoyed that. Okay, you've got to sign this now. Well done, Xavier. Just sign it near the here. So you're the winner. Yep. And you're still a grinner, Jackson. Just here near that. Hey, I really enjoyed the play. And you did so many, you did some really good line calls though. You're a really fair player. I really respect that.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Day 6, the final day of the 2024 Trilogy Funds Australian Pickleball Championships. I'm your host, Adam Hall. Sitting with me is Dylan Kimlin, and what we've got here, folks, on court is we've got our junior boys, 14 and under. They're going to be contesting a gold medal here in the singles division, and what a thrill it is to have our junior boys on court, Dylan Kimlin.
Oh, mate, I love having our juniors tearing it up on our courts here at KDV Sports. And let me tell you, these divisions, I've had the privilege of watching a bunch of the young fellas and young ladies tearing it up. They've been playing very well. Currently, we have our juniors women's gold medal happening on our court to our right. And what a thriller that is as well. To our players in our player village, come on down and support the youngsters. We'd love to have you on side for this gold medal. This will be 3 games to 11, win by 2. Should we get to a third, the players will rotate at 6.
Let us take you through the players on court. Closest to camera in the red top, or orange top you could say, is Crusoe Little. We've seen a lot of Littles in and around the tournament. There's a whole family of Littles, and they're all very talented. I read some gold and silver and bronze medalists out, and the Littles were scattered amongst them, Dylan.
Yeah, mate. I know that Vin might currently claim to be the king of the biggest family in Australian pickleball, but I tell you what, the Littles are coming for him. They're everywhere.
Big time. And on the other side of the court, in the blue, well, you could say the prince of pickleball here in Australia, the son of Martin Clark. We have Benjamin Clark, affectionately known as Benji. And Benji has been around the tournament scene with his father, Doc Clark, for the last 4 years plus. And he's growing into quite the young man, and he's going to be representing himself here in the 14 and under division.
That's amazing, mate. I've had the privilege of calling a couple of Clark games, not for the Doc, but youngster Clark here. And he's such a, we were saying off camera, what a wonderful young man he is. Very well-mannered, very professional at such a young age. And speaking of professional youngsters, we had Nicholas Skuman on the right side watching the games earlier today. And I'm sure she could give some tips to these young fellas after this medal. It looks like we've got a bit of an old-fashioned high coin toss here. We'll see who has received the first service, utilising the Franklin X40s, of course. Franklin, the official ball of Pickleball Australia.
And if you are in and around the precinct today, a big warm welcome to you. It's going to be another hot day here, Dylan. Yesterday was an absolute scorcher with temperatures reaching over that 30-degree mark. But in and around KDV Sport here on the Gold Coast, we have plenty of areas for the players to go. We have the dedicated player lounge, of course, at the top of the building here at KDV Sport on the Gold Coast. We've also got the fabulous team from Riggs Recovery, offering ice baths as well as free massages, Dylan.
Oh, get amongst it.
We've got so many great stall holders, not to mention our 2024 major sponsor in Trilogy Funds. The team down there have a great little wheel that you can spin to win a prize. We've also got Yola, got various other paddle brands as well, Hustle, 6-0, Hammer. So many fabulous stall holders. We've also got the Love Pickleball crew. They've got their children's book as well as a show bag here for the players to purchase. Great little idea that one was too.
Yeah, I almost feel like this is a show in its own right. So it's fitting that we do have our own show bag, considering it is a festival of pickleball. You know, this Australian Pickleball Championships has been an absolutely wonderful experience for everyone here at KDV Sports. And as such, I think everyone will be tired by the end of this day. It's been a long week for us all, but it's a good tired, a well-deserved tired.
If you are tuning in for day 6, well, folks, today it's all about singles. Going to have traditional singles and skinny singles, and this match that we're about to commence play with here, the 14 and under singles young boys, the gold medal match, best of 3, first to 11. And we're looking forward to getting this one underway momentarily. The boys here just going through their final warm-ups. What a great thrill it is for them to be right here on show court, Dylan.
Yeah, have you, when you were 14 years old, did you play any sports on show courts at all, or on a televised broadcast?
No, I didn't. I mean, I don't want to say what year it was when I was 14, Dylan. We were just into the 2000s back then. We didn't have these great opportunities, which the boys do.
And we're underway currently. That was a terrific first rally to get us started. First points on the board for Little. Crusoe, by the way. What an awesome first name.
Yep. Point.
Whew, okay. Called out. That shot down the right. Elite.
2-0. Side out.
We're seeing some really aggressive, proactive play here from Benji Clark. Very keen to come into that kitchen line.
Yeah, just down the wide side. I was watching a lot of these games, probably spent a good hour and a half to 2 hours watching our juniors play this morning with none other than Sarah Burp,
1-2.
one of the best players in the Australian pickleball scene, and she was very impressed with how our 14 and under divisions have been playing. So for our youngsters watching this footage later on, just be aware the pros were cheering you on too. Wonderful role models we have here in the Australian pickleball space. Oh, what a shot.
Point.
Down the right side.
Yeah,
Terrific
great.
played by Clark.
Yeah, great little tip of the cap there by Crusoe Little. Said to Benji Clark, good shot. That one finding the line.
Is he rocking a mullet?
Side out.
Yeah, he's got a bit of flick out the back of the neck there.
I love it.
Style points for young Crusoe Little.
Point.
We're seeing some great baseline to baseline action here, Dylan, with these long returns,
3-3.
long forehands, keeping players back. It's a nice one by Crusoe Little there.
Point.
You could see that ball dropping into the kitchen. Benji Clark got a paddle to that, but he popped it up too high, went long.
Ooh, here we go, Little again. Looking very comfortable.
And he might have just calibrated that paddle, folks. See Benji Clark, time and time again, very keen to come into that kitchen line. That's a nice shot there.
Point.
And how good is this for the Clark family? We had Martin hop on the broadcast during this week for the split age category, which he won a gold medal with Joey Wild. That's a terrific shot there by Little. And now we can see him, or rather, I imagine Martin's probably watching the stream, cheering on young Benji.
I imagine so. And if you are Doc Clark, I know you'll be tuning in later. If you're not, congratulations to you on that gold medal with Joey Wild. I know it meant a lot, mate.
Side out.
And a side out here for Benji Clark, an important side out because Crusoe Little, he's rocketed to an
Oh.
8-3 lead here.
Playing some terrific pickleball.
That one just goes wide.
Point.
It's a
Yeah.
nice little reset there for Benji Clark.
4-8.
Oh, Little saw the gap, couldn't convert. We probably should remind all of our juniors watching this that there is the PPA Tour Juniors event
5-8.
getting started soon. If you are a youngster and you want to take pickleball seriously, please take a look. Not only will you have Adam and I commentating your games, but you have a chance to play and watch all of the professionals from the PPA Tour. It's a great experience. We highly recommend mums and dads and family members watching. That is a terrific shot from Little. And maybe we will see a young Crusoe tearing it up soon.
9-5. Point.
He's got a bit of swagger about him here, Adam.
He's also got a game point here, Dylan.
Point. That's game.
And there it is, game one to young Crusoe Little, 11-5. Well, it took a little while for young Crusoe to find his feet in that match. Benjamin Clark had largely all the run of play in the early part of that match there, coming to the kitchen numerous times to launch some pressure at the feet of Crusoe Little, who was largely kept at the baseline. But when Crusoe Little found his range, he started to put them right behind Benji Clark.
Yeah, how often do we see players in the singles category, they relish the passing shot? So we just saw there Crusoe Little, multiple opportunities to drive it past Clark. And you are right, typically in singles, getting up to the net is the ideal play. But when you're versing an absolute driving cannon that Little has, unfortunately, there's little you can do.
And I just want to say, we've got a nice little crowd of mums and dads and some other spectators around the court. And what a fabulous thing that is for these young players. But there was a moment there in that game one, Dylan, where young Crusoe Little hit a great shot, found the sideline. It's the sideline that Benji's mum, Nan Clark, is sitting on. And I can tell you, no word of a lie, she was the loudest one cheering for that point.
Yep.
And I thought that was just a fabulous thing to see. She's here for the competition. And irrespective of the result, she just wants to see a great match and this opportunity for these boys to play on show court. They're making the most of it.
Whoa, there we go. And that is a good way to start this game too here for Clark. A ripping shot down the left side, earns the first points of the game.
That's an unbelievable backhand from the baseline, Dylan.
Is that a Lucas Pascoe we see on court? What a play.
0-1. Side out.
And a big serve there. A little too big, unfortunately. And young Benji Clark, he's taking an off-court excursion now just to retrieve this ball.
Oh, bit of an Easter egg hunt, mate. He's looking for this ball. It's stuck in a banner. Our officials here to save the day. It's gone to the next one. This is all off camera, ladies and gentlemen, but this is quite comical on the right side.
Yeah, it's come all the way out the end now. We've got these Toblerone core flute holders for everyone tuning in from home with our wonderful sponsors. Trilogy Funds, of course, our 2024 major sponsor at the Australian Pickleball Championships.
Playing Thunderball. Ooh, nearly.
That was a beautiful looking double-handed backhand that just caught the tape there for Benji Clark.
Side out.
And that one goes long off the Crusoe Little paddle.
1-0.
Oh, the gentlemen are just exchanging serves. All is fair on the pickleball court.
Point.
For our youngsters, by the way,
1-1.
they do have 2 timeouts and 1 medical timeout. I was speaking with a couple of our junior women's players earlier today during their division, Adam, and I had Margot Tredenick, one of the top referees in Australia, come over and just have a bit of a debrief with them all regarding a medical timeout. As it is warm conditions here at APC. We have a terrific rally.
Oh, what a chase down there by Crusoe Little. And a great drop there by Benji Clark. Great pickleball play all round, boys.
And official Tredenick was just explaining the ins and outs of a medical timeout. Because it is warm, heat exhaustion, sunstroke, all of that are things that our players need to be concerned about. Awesome for Margot to get amongst the junior women's division.
From the left.
Just give some
From the left.
pieces of advice.
Well, it's really nice to hear that she took her time to explain what that is, because largely for all these players, this is their first ever tournament.
Yep.
Certainly of this scale, Dylan. 1,300 players here at the 2024 Trilogy Funds Australian Pickleball Championships. And courts for as far as the eye can see. Over 40 courts here at this event.
Point.
So I can just imagine as a 14 and under, boy or girl, this feels very, very big. And no bigger occasion than this gold medal match for these 14 and under boys in the singles division. Game 1 being taken out by Crusoe Little. We're now into game 2. Benji Clark closest to camera.
And for our mums and dads and family members at home watching, remember, if you do want to share the games to your loved ones, you can find the PAA YouTube link under the live events tab.
Side out.
More than happy for you to share the footage around. Adam and I love sharing just the absolute quality we have on our show court here at KDV Sport.
2-4.
That is such a good drive down the right. Here's a pretty lethal double-handed backhand, Adam.
That's a lovely backhand then for Clark. Saw that one coming, put his body in the right position, struck the ball firmly and well. That one unfortunately just goes long. Seeing some real tic-tac-toe sort of play here, Dylan. It's neck and neck.
Yeah, that's a great game for this game too. A lot more closer. Little did have a lot of successful passing shots in that game 1, and it seems that Benjamin Clark has cleaned things up a bit. As a result, is currently enjoying a 2-point lead.
5-3.
I think Benji Clark thought he might have caused a distraction there. He thought that ball was out, but then he called it in.
Terrific sportsmanship in that play. We have to really point that out. Most players, if they think it's out, they're going to call it out. Benjamin acknowledged that he made a verbal mistake and notified the official, and as a result, Little got the play back. We have a timeout here from our players on show court, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to jump into a timeout ourselves. I'm going to continue enjoying an icy pole. We are watching the juniors after all, and we'll be back live here at KDV Sports straight after this.
You push yourself to perform. So do we. For over 25 years, investors have trusted Trilogy Funds to maximize income while preserving capital. So for income performance, invest with Trilogy Funds.
Welcome back, everyone, to the 2024 Trilogy Funds Australian Pickleball Championships. Dylan Kimlin, Adam Hall calling this one. We're on our game 2 currently. Clark has responded very well after that game 1 loss and has pulled off a highlight play to get us going.
Well, a great shot there. Timeout was called by Crusoe Little, just sensing that he needed to slow this one down, but Benji Clark, he's come out with a bang. Back-to-back points here, Dylan. 8-3.
What a response.
Side out.
Just a wayward forehand there from Clark, but now with a 5-point lead in this best of 3 games. We're into game 2. First to 11 here. Benji Clark looking to tie this one up.
Oh, lob's gone long. And we probably should talk about the windy conditions here at KDV. The wind has been all over the place, Adam. Very hard to predict. The last couple of days have either been dead still or blowing a gale, and that is a out ball there from Clark.
I think the point was called actually there, Dylan.
Then in that case, that's a terrific shot.
I think it just got put off by Crusoe Little's hand waving about there.
Geez, he has stepped up at the right time.
Well, 10-3 now with a game point in this vital game 2, and that serve's going to go to the right. The wind just taking that one completely off target.
Side out.
And that one called wide off the Crusoe little paddle. And here we go. Benji Clark, serve in hand. Game point again. And there it is, folks.
11-3.
Taking out game 2, Benji Clark, 11-3.
Oh, we're going to a game 3, ladies and gentlemen. What a way to get our broadcast started. The juniors tearing it up. And I got to say, Adam, this has been a lot of fun thus far. Great play overall, like a different game in our game 2 compared to the first. Clark just seems to have settled down and finishing those shots off.
Well, Clark was the one that was calling most of the shots in that game 1. Time after time, he was serving and then aggressively coming into that kitchen line and dictating a lot of the play. But partway through that game 1, we saw Crusoe Little started to really find his range and started to show off that powerful forehand, and his shot selection was really intelligent. Time after time, he was able to get past Benji Clark. And in that game 2, we saw a nice little start. It was neck and neck largely until the 3 to 4 point mark. But then Benji Clark, he started to gap Crusoe Little. Crusoe Little took a little time out there, but when they came back from the timeout, a few quick points to Benji Clark, got a 5-point lead, and then he's just finished it off there.
Yeah, finished off with style too. Now for Crusoe Little, we can see just on the sideline tents, he's got a good supporter base getting around him, and same for Benjamin Clark. And that is the beautiful thing about these juniors events, in that our players often do take their time and have a chat with their family. And while they're doing that, ladies and gentlemen, we might break into a quick commercial break. Be back live here with our Game 3 at KDV Sports.
You push yourself to perform, so do we. For over 25 years, investors have trusted Trilogy Funds to maximize income while preserving capital. So for income performance, invest with Trilogy Funds.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the 2024 Trilogy Funds Australian Pickleball Championships. We're into game 3 now of this gold medal match for the 14 and under boys, and that's a great shot there to start us off by Crusoe Little. Game 1 taken out by Crusoe Little, 11-5, but game 2 with the fight back.
Oh, that looks solid as well.
Benji Clark taking that one out, 11-3 into this game 3 now. Gold medal match.
Yeah, the high bouncing ball there catching Little's paddle a little bit off centre.
1-1.
And we have a tied game, 1 apiece.
Side out.
And we have seen a couple serving errors here from both gentlemen. The service, such a crucial part of the singles game. There we go. That is a terrific shot from Crusoe and a fist pump. He is enjoying himself here at Gold Coast.
I reckon he knows he's just got the mention on the broadcast. He looked our way after he hit that one. I can assure you, Crusoe Little, the cameras are on and there's plenty tuning into you, young man.
Oh, good play again. Clark responds.
So we just see both players there caught in the transition zone, and very difficult to hit winning shots from there. And you saw when the ball went to the feet there of Crusoe Little, just couldn't dig it out.
Side out.
Oh, T-Bone has been the, I guess, unofficial name we've given that particular play throughout the APC. Unfortunately, tipping the top of the paddle there for Clark. Oof. That had some pace on it.
Well, great defensive efforts there by Benji Clark just to keep that rally going a little bit extra, forcing the error there of the Crusoe Little paddle. And that one just goes wide now off the little paddle. Now we will see a changing of ends at 6 points, Dylan. Both players in a rush to get there first.
Oh, swing and a miss. Clark survives. Crusoe Little had perfect positioning there. It's called out, and Benjamin Clark also put his hand out.
Well, I love the exuberance between points. You see these players running to go and gather that ball and bring it back into play. You don't see that in the open division, Dylan, because conservation of energy is key under these hot conditions here at KDV Sport on the Gold Coast for the 2024 Trilogy Funds Australian Pickleball Championships.
Called wide.
Make sure you call it.
And I have to say to our open players that might be chilling out in the player village watching this game, you may have some competition in the next couple of years because these gentlemen are balling out here. And that is a great example of it. What a rip there from Benjamin Clark.
Well, that is one heck of a shot, Dylan. The way that he just transitioned from the baseline down to the kitchen line and then that deft backhand flick finding the sideline. He makes practice perfect there, does Benji Clark. That's a wonderful backhand return to put pressure back on Benji Clark at the right time for Crusoe Little.
I have to say, both gentlemen have been really utilising that backhand with high efficiency. Ooh. The transition for Little was there. And Yola net doing its job though. Take two.
Go, Cruz. Go, let's go. 5-3.
Yeah, thanks.
Side out.
And both players in a little bit of a rut here. We've had multiple side outs in a short period of time.
3-5.
Who can break through and start building some momentum? That's T-Bone. That's in the commentary booth. Adam Hall's gone for a dive. Nearly got stung by a wasp doing so.
Might be under our
no
feet,
idea
I
where it
think,
is.
that one, Dylan. Can
Ball in
anyone
the-
see it? Don's
Oh, there
giving
it
us
is,
a
near your
signal.
foot.
Do I need to kick that, Dylan? I can't see.
Oh, there we go. We got a legend of the Australian pickleball scene diving in to save the day. Yeah, fist bump. He's happy.
Go, Cruz. Let's go. 5-3.
Well, 5-3 scoreline here in this 14 boys gold medal match.
Side out.
A nice play there by Crusoe Little.
I have to give a little bit of a,
3-5.
how do I word it? A commentary conditions for you all at home, ladies and gentlemen. Adam and I have been commentating with a rather large, angry-looking wasp buzzing around our heads for this duration of this game. Adam, you seem calm as, mate.
Yeah, you seem on high alert.
Mate, I'm from Northern Territory, all right? Everything there is scary and angry, so...
I think I'm just accustomed to them having a moment around the swimming pool. You know, you just, I don't know, you just don't sense that they're ever really going to do anything. They look mean and angry, but rarely do they come and strike. You sort of just keep to yourself and you'll be okay, Dylan. That'd be my advice to you. That one just goes long off the Crusoe Little paddle.
You can challenge it. I'm calling it out.
Okay, we have a challenge here. That's good to see.
Train again, boys.
So we've had a challenge from Little confirmed out. As a result, Benji Clark will be enjoying a 3-point lead at the rotation of sides. And you may have witnessed something, Adam, during that last timeout, or rather last game swap.
Well, it appears that Nan Clark, mother of Benji Clark, made Benji aware of a very important phone call that he had to take in the middle of that game 2 into game 3. And it'll be interesting if we get an opportunity to find out whom Benji might have been speaking to. I have my suspicions, Dylan, but let's save our curiosity for a bit later.
Who wants to be a millionaire? Phone a friend. And no doubt good advice was given. Fair to say, Crusoe Little has also been receiving a ton of good advice. You can see a very passionate supporter base there under the booth.
Well, if I'm to take a educated guess, I reckon both mums of Benji Clark and Crusoe Little there sharing the same spectator grandstand. I dare say, mate, they're going to be seeing a lot of each other at a lot more tournaments to come.
Yep.
Oh, and that's some shot there by Benji Clark as he changes ends and adapts to the quick conditions very quickly there, folks. And Crusoe Little now just with another exploration mission to find that Franklin X40.
He hasn't had much luck, has he?
7-3.
That's a nice forehand by Crusoe Little.
And followed up again, my goodness. Transition the kitchen perfect.
No, left side. Yep. 3-7. Side out.
And I would love to see some of our open players get an opportunity to speak to either of these boys, just about the importance of taking their time at the baseline. They don't have to be in such a quick rush.
Well, I will say that we've had, for pretty much the entirety of this game, several NPL players just sitting here on the grandstands cheering these young fellas on as well. So plenty of open players who are all very good at singles cheering these guys on.
3-8.
A nice smart touch there by Benjamin Clark. He had the left-hand side of the court open, but he made Crusoe Little just play an extra shot. Forced him into an unforced error there. Sorry, that sounds like a bit of an oxymoron. Forced him into an unforced error. I'm still warming up here, folks. It's not quite lunchtime. We're going to get into the hottest part of the day, and by then I'll be finely tuned. Make no mistake.
No, you'll be warm, all right. We've got hot conditions here. And Clark is currently finding himself in a gold medal point. Can Crusoe Little respond? What a rally. The young fella's playing tag.
The way to go, Crusoe Little there. Not giving up. And he's stringing together a couple of points here late in this match at the time when he needs it most, Dylan. He's got some deficit to get back here, though. 6 points down in this Game 3 gold medal match.
Side out.
And unfortunately there, that service goes long.
Challenge it. Walk out.
Benji Clark with another gold medal opportunity here, Dylan, in this 14 and under boys.
Oh, and the medal has been secured.
11-4.
Benjamin Clark will be taking the gold here for this absolutely amazing Game 3. And for his opposition in Little, silver secured. What an amazing event we've had. As we've got a very large supporter base on the left side cheering the gentlemen on. Thank you all, everyone, for tuning in to our first broadcast here on our Monday at KDV Sports for the 2024 Trilogy Funds Australian Pickleball Championships. Adam's bumping over there. He's going to be grabbing Benjamin Clark for an interview. But before we get to that, we're going to bounce into a commercial break.
You push yourself to perform, so do we. For over 25 years, investors have trusted Trilogy Funds to maximize income while preserving capital. So for income performance, invest with Trilogy Funds.
Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the 2024 Trilogy Funds Australian Pickleball Championships. We just witnessed a fabulous match here in the 14 and under boys division, the gold medal match. It has been secured by young Benjamin Clark here, but his opponent, Crusoe Little, put in an absolutely magnificent performance. I think you all would agree. Benji Clark, we watched that match. You did so well in Game 1 and Game 2 there, but to secure this in 3 games, how are you feeling about getting a gold medal here at the Australian Pickleball Championships?
Yeah, I'm very excited that I got it. I think the win was in my favour though. So yeah, I got a bit lucky there, and yeah, that's it.
And I noticed with a bit of curiosity between game 2 and game 3 that you had a phone call. Now, I'm very curious to understand who that phone call might have been on the other end.
That was Martin Clark, my dad.
And Doc Martin, what sort of tips did he have that might have helped you secure that gold medal there? Because I know that he'd love to hear what you were saying, what he was saying to you and how you applied it in that game 3.
Well, consistency, because I was making a lot of errors at the start, so consistency was, and that really helped. That's, yeah.
Well, some gold medal tips from a gold medal dad right there, folks. Benji Clark, Crusoe Little, congratulations on a fabulous match, and thank you so much for all those that tuned in at the 2024 Trilogy Funds Australian Pickleball Championships. We'll have more action coming up shortly.
All your life you strive, trusting your experience, pushing yourself to perform. It's no surprise that you expect the same from your investments. For over 25 years, Trilogy Funds has been trusted by investors to maximise income while preserving capital. So, for income performance, invest with Trilogy Funds.
Have you ever slept in an igloo? Explored a city by tuk-tuk? Become friends with locals? You're about to on a small group explorations tour, averaging 16 people. Explore the world, from must-sees to local experiences designed just for small groups. Think small, because small groups do big things. Explorations by Collette, the best in guided travel since 1918.
I love life. I just enjoy every day more than the previous one.
I never had a woodwork shop like this one, like a kid in a toy shop, you know.
That's the best decision I have made, to move here to Keaton.
All your life you strive, trusting your experience, pushing yourself to perform. It's no surprise that you expect the same from your investments. For over 25 years, Trilogy Funds has been trusted by investors to maximise income while preserving capital. So, for income performance, invest with Trilogy Funds.
Take a tour with Collette, the best in guided travel since 1918. Choose from 170 expertly planned and expertly led tours worldwide. The must-see sites of the destination as well as local experiences are included, with choice on tour and free time to explore your way. Embrace the freedom of guided travel with Collette.
I love life. I just enjoy every day more than the previous one.
I never had a woodwork shop like this one, like a kid in a toy shop, you know.
That's the best decision I have made, to move here to Keaton.
All your life you strive, trusting your experience, pushing yourself to perform. It's no surprise that you expect the same from your investments. For over 25 years, Trilogy Funds has been trusted by investors to maximise income while preserving capital. So, for income performance, invest with Trilogy Funds.
Have you ever slept in an igloo? Explored a city by tuk-tuk? Become friends with locals? You're about to on a small group explorations tour, averaging 16 people. Explore the world, from must-sees to local experiences designed just for small groups. Think small, because small groups do big things. Explorations by Collette, the best in guided travel since 1918.
I love life. I just enjoy every day more than the previous one.
I never had a woodwork shop like this one, like a kid in a toy shop, you know.
That's the best decision I have made, to move here to Keaton.
Big it up, big
all your life you strive, trusting your experience, pushing yourself to perform. It's no surprise that you expect the same from your investments. For over 25 years, Trilogy Funds has been trusted by investors to maximise income while preserving capital. So, for income performance, invest with Trilogy Funds.
Take a tour with Collette, the best in guided travel since 1918. Choose from 170 expertly planned and expertly led tours worldwide. The must-see sites of the destination as well as local experiences are included, with choice on tour and free time to explore your way. Embrace the freedom of guided travel with Collette.
I love life. I just enjoy every day more than the previous one.
I never had a woodwork shop like this one, like a kid in a toy shop, you know.
That's the best decision I have made, to move here to Keaton.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the 65-plus men's singles 4.0 and above. We're about to get that game underway here at Show Court. It will be, of course, a gold medal match. We're now streaming all the medals as the divisions are winding up their pool play and getting into the meatier end of the divisions. Warm welcome to all of you tuning in to the 2024 Trilogy Funds Australian Pickleball Championships, of course. And it's such a fabulous day here on court. Conditions are warm, shall we say, but not as hot as yesterday. Yesterday was an absolute scorcher. Temperatures reaching above 30 degrees. And on court, we have our two players who are going to be contesting for this gold medal in the 65-plus men's singles, 4.0 and above. Furthest of camera, wearing the Hammer shirt. Hammer, one of our stall holders here in the wonderful event village. We have Mark Taylor. And Mark Taylor, not only a player, but also one of our referees. So tip of the cap to you, Mark, because we know just how much time you're putting in off the court in your capacity as a referee, but you're about to ply your trade on court. And what a fabulous player Mark Taylor is. As well, on the closest to camera end, we've got Steve Armson. And he's looking like quite the player himself too, just in this warm-up here that these players have been having. We've seen some strong forehand drives. The conditions here, folks, Along court, there is a slight breeze. You can see a couple of flags in the background bearing our wonderful APC logo. Speaking of the wonderful APC logo, the medals, gotta say, some of the most finely crafted medals I've ever seen at a tournament, bar none. Never mind a pickleball tournament. The gold, silver, and bronze medals are absolutely fabulous. And we've seen so many won at this point. Of course, we're at day 6, the final day of the 2024 Trilogy Funds Australian Pickleball Championships. All singles today, folks. You're going to see traditional singles as well as some skinny singles. Those events are currently happening around the precinct here at KDV Sport. This wonderful host of the 2024 Australian Pickleball Championships. Over 1,300 players, 40-plus pickleball courts. We've seen so many wonderful play and action. And joining me in commentary is my wonderful co-commentator, Mr. Dylan Kimlin.
Yes, hello everyone, and welcome back. It's going to be a fun one, I do think, in classic Mark Taylor fashion. Being a referee and a tournament director, he's immediately gone and ripped up the tape. He's helping one of his co-referees, Mark Delaney, there. What a wonderful ambassador for our sport Mark Taylor is. Been refereeing for a very long time, high level within the Olympics, as Adam's just doing his hair on camera. You've been stitched up again, mate. But so Mark is involved within the Olympics as a coach, but also an official. If you've ever heard Mark officiate, if that's the correct terminology, he uses fencing terms. And the reason is because he's an Olympic level fencing official. So he does this weird thing with the scoreboard where he like points to people. That's a fencing thing. Regarding if a player makes an error, so if they step in the kitchen, whatever, he will say the word halt. And the reason is, as Mark has told me himself, is because in fencing, all of the official commands are in French. So he pretty handy on the pickleball court, but also in other sports too.
Halt.
Yep.
I'm going to wait to hear for that. That sounds like some medieval time sort of stuff as you're approaching the moat of a castle. Halt.
Yep.
Don't go any further before all-out attack. Well, we see some wonderful all-out attack from Mark Taylor. He's a wonderful striker of the ball. He's got that hammer paddle in hand. Forged on court there. The lingo that they like to use. And some of the hammer equipment and gear has been quite eye-catching. We've seen a lot of hammer players in and around this tournament, and hammer was born over in Western Australia, in Perth. We see some great representation of the hammer brand over there, but now it's making its way on the East Coast, Dylan.
Yeah, I was speaking to one of the co-founders, Andy Horridge, captain of the Western Vipers, regarding how he's gone, regarding a hammer point of view for APC, and he said, mate, we can't keep up. As you've said, there's H's everywhere. Everyone's rocking the big H clothing and the hammer clothing as well. And you are right, it's very eye-catching. Their marketing team or whoever designs their gear, they've done a good job.
We've got one of their ambassadors floating around in Katie Hart. Katie Hart, of course, one of our MLP players for the Eastern Rush. As the boys just practice a few serves now before the commencement of play. If you are just tuning in, well, welcome. 65-plus men's singles 4.0 and above division. Ready to kick things off, Mark Taylor with serve. That one just goes wide there off the Taylor paddle.
Just getting a scoreboard lined up for our officials, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, what a start there by both players, but Mark Taylor winning the first battle That was some serve by Steve Armson there.
Yeah,
Got a great glimpse of that from behind play.
This is exciting. These fellas are already going up to the kitchen line, taking each other on. Can predict a fiery game. That's a terrific shot from Armson, ripping it down the left side. Fantastic play, side out once more, 0-0.
Well, we might be calling him straight Armson because the way that he strikes those forehands, rangy looking forehands by Steve Armson here. Oh, it's a nice touch there from Mark Taylor.
And as we are at a tennis facility, ladies and gentlemen, we might have some tennis players watching and wondering how scoring in singles works. Traditionally in doubles, we call 3 numbers, so 0-0-1, for example. That's a terrific shot there for Taylor. First points on the board for him. In singles, we don't. We simply just call the easy numbers. I say that pickleballers are, we don't know how to math properly. So as a result, score 1 point, it's worth 1 point. Simple.
I'm seeing some nice footwork by both players, getting to numerous balls to continue play. Just wondering this best of 3 games, how we're going to go right to the death of this one. Will it go to game 3? We'll have to wait and see.
And you can see they're going on the right side, and as our flags at the back indicate, that is the direction the wind is blowing in. 3-0.
And that's a wonderful forehand there from Steve Armson. Mark Taylor was able to get to it, but sent it high, sent it long. And the referee just asking Steve Armson here to do some maintenance for him. There's 2 balls on court. We only need 1. Armson now just taking his place on the right-hand side of this baseline, ready to recommence play now. Oh, wonderful forehand there by Mark Taylor.
Yeah, he's struck that perfectly. Forehand roll, and we got a ball in booth once more. We're a bit of a magnet here for these X40s at the moment, Adam.
Yes, Franklin, of course, one of our major sponsors here, along with Yola. Yola supplying all the nets on all 40 pickleball courts around this wonderful KDV Sport precinct here on the Gold Coast.
That's a terrific rally. Taylor controlling the tempo. Left, right, easy put away.
Well, right now we're seeing a lot of energy being expelled on these warm conditions here today. We've seen some great forehands from the baseline from Armson. And to win this one, he might just want to stay back on a few more opportunities there, but that one goes wide from Mark Taylor as Armson does advance into the kitchen line. We see coming into the kitchen working so well here for Mark Taylor, putting on a lot of pressure here for Steve Armson at the baseline.
ATP attempt is collected from Taylor. A wallop down the middle.
It all looks very comfortable here for Mark Taylor, who takes a 6-0 lead. 6-0, of course, one of our wonderful stall holders. Big shout out to the crew at 6-0 and Dale Young. He's in and around the wonderful event village. We've had a couple of chats with Dale. He's really enjoying what he's seeing here at the 2024 Trilogy Funds Australian Pickleball Championships.
And he's going over to visit our friends in the States next week, I believe, Adam. So he'll be jet setting once more as pickleball over there continues to boom. And I do wonder how many of our American friends have been tuning into the broadcast. We've had Traditionally, throughout the year of 2024, we have a lot of international viewers from Europe, Africa, America. The sport of pickleball continues to be a global one.
Well, Mark Taylor on the far end here in this 65-plus men's singles, 4.0 and above gold medal match. Mark Taylor bringing us back into play.
Oh, perfect athleticism. Armson in an arm wrestle, winning that one, flicking it down the left.
And Armson gets his first points on the board. Just trying to halt the momentum here. First to 11 of game one here. That's the scoreline that you want to see on your side.
Ooh. And the gap was there. Flicked down the right, too far though. Side out once more, 6-1.
Oh, great shot there by Steve Armson. Coming to the kitchen line. Was able to keep Mark Taylor back. He made Mark Taylor play 3 shots in a row, but ultimately finished there. And another one there for Armson. Well, momentum is certainly starting to build around him now, Dylan.
Yeah, he definitely enjoys that baseline drive. I've seen several winning shots from him down the left and right. Tickling the tape. That serve had some kick on it, didn't it?
Yeah, he's got this slicey serve and he keeps it super, super low across that Yola net, of course. Just see it there. Yeah, smart play there by Mark Taylor, using that slice serve against Armson there, finding the sideline and seeing so much exposed court. All he had to do was put it in the right spot, and he did. What a lob there by Taylor. A defensive lob, you could say. He just wanted to buy himself a bit of time. Didn't need to play another shot when he came to the kitchen.
And that's a net roll working in favour of Armson. Terrific shot. Oh, all the angles. Terrific play from the gentleman on court.
Well, that's one heck of a rally here in this 65-plus men's singles event. From left to right, Armson got to the fall of that ball. It was magnificent, but Mark Taylor with the answers there. Just a nice deft touch on that backhand.
And you can see Taylor just hiding in the shade while the ball's retrieved. Not a cloud in the sky. The sun is beaming. The wind is blowing for your Monday. It's a public holiday here in Gold Coast, Adam.
Certainly is. In Queensland and New South Wales, I might add. Never say no to a 3-day weekend, Dylan.
For you and I, it's been a 6-day weekend, mate. We've been enjoying ourselves, that's for sure. And we are enjoying Armson as he continues to fight in this game one.
Just baiting Taylor there was Armson. That forehand to his backhand side, and Taylor just driving that one into the net.
Oh, what a shot. Armson down the right, elite.
Well, he's really got a sense and a great sense of the conditions right now, Armson. He's managed to claw all the way back. 5-8. Starting to really accumulate some points in this gold medal match now, Dylan.
And we're seeing that a lot from Mark Taylor. He's been very comfortable coming across, tracking the ball well, utilising the angles. Not really hitting it hard either, I might add, Adam. He's just, as we say, precision over powering the balls.
Nice finish there by Armson, exposing that left-hand side of the court and with an overhead finish. A nice crowd on court around this one, Dylan. Of course, we're live here at Show Court, the 2024 Trilogy Funds Australian Pickleball Championships. We've got grandstand seating as well as our VIP area. Both sections filling up.
Push wide again. You can see what Armson's trying, though. He's been really testing the limits of the court. Trying to push Taylor as much as possible.
Nice finish there by Mark Taylor. It's really interesting to note, you've got Mark Taylor with a traditional grip on that hammer paddle of his. And then looking at Mark Taylor, he's almost got like that ping pong style, that high up on the handle with the index finger across the paddle.
Armson.
Sorry, Armson, yes.
Yeah.
And I see that from time to time with players in various recreational games and in tournaments. And I just wonder, what's the benefits? I think there's a lot more control that they feel when they're high up on the paddle.
Well, I find it interesting because he's utilising a paddle with a rather long handle as well. So you've got this really long handle, but you're choking up on the grip. It's always interesting. The wonderful sport of pickleball has so many different play styles.
Well, just as you mentioned, you know, that he does have quite a long handle on that paddle. Just watch the way that he serves, and we won't be able to capture it on camera, but for service, he slides his hands all the way down to the very end of the paddle. And obviously he's trying to get maximum speed and velocity out of that, but when it comes to in play, he slides all the way up the paddle. But as quick as a flash, we're now 11-5. Game one has gone the way of Mark Taylor, and that was quite some match. We saw during play there, Mark Taylor had largely most of the successful early play, but the way that Armson was able to actually come back there, put 5 points on the board, when he did string a few points together, he looked quite dangerous.
Yeah, look, we've seen some absolutely thrilling comebacks throughout this 6-day event here in Gold Coast thus far. And I did think, you know, Armson could have potentially done it there, but Mark Taylor was just very consistent. We saw minimal errors on his behalf, as I mentioned earlier, really shaping the ball, not looking to wallop it. Just hitting it where Armson was not. Standard singles play. Yeah,
well, at times we saw some really intelligent play there from Mark Taylor. And you mentioned he was able to push Armson far and wide. And Armson, very adept at chasing down these balls. But when he gets there, he generally has to put them across court, floaty into the middle. And for Taylor, all he really has to do is put angle on the ball to finish that point on the exposed side. So some interesting play for that game one. Game two now in this gold medal match for the 65+ men's singles division.
And there's that speed up. Taylor did not have to whack it hard. Our friend's back at him. I'm going to have to nickname it. It'll be the mascot of day 6, this wasp that continues to enjoy the pickleball games. What is the age division for this again?
65+, Dylan. You can't believe it, can you?
Oh, my goodness.
You mentioned Mark Taylor, a referee in fencing, and he's using that paddle like a sword right now, waving it around masterfully.
I remember, and this is a really obscure analogy I'm using here, but I remember talking to Nay Pink, who came from a badminton background, and she actually strikes the ball in the kitchen like a fencer would. And apparently it's a badminton step. I'm not entirely sure what has just occurred there.
Well, you can see Mark Taylor actually called that one out, but I think he got himself confused with the double lines there.
Yep.
And he's called it on himself and said, no, in fact, that one was in. It's a great act of sportsmanship there from Mark Taylor, recognising his mistake.
Yeah, and following it up with an absolutely clean roll down the left side. But yeah, it's interesting because the fencing aspect and the badminton aspect are quite similar. And we've seen a couple of crossovers here in pickleball. Taylor getting it back once more. He did take game one. We'll be looking to try it again. As we have a surf life saving helicopter hovering over us. Obviously the surf life savers are enjoying the pickleball action right now, and who can blame them when they see shots like that from Mark Taylor. Be a good day for the beach, actually. Oh, what a shot.
Well, Armson there, just with almost the double pump on that backhand. Mark Taylor went one way, the ball went the other. Yeah, you mentioned it would be nice to jump in the water at the beach. I just got sent a lovely video by my wonderful wife, Jess. She sent me a video of my dad in the pool with my son. And to say that I was jealous is an understatement. It is warm here at the 2024 Trilogy Funds Australian Pickleball Championships today, folks.
I see Armson really starting to target that left side on Mark Taylor, forcing multiple backhands. Oh, opportunity was there. Goes begging.
Well, that's probably the first time we've seen Armson curate quite the point there, and unfortunately he couldn't finish off his great work. But he might have just learned something that he can start to exploit there on the Mark Taylor side. We've seen Mark Taylor take out game one in the 65+ men's singles 4.0 and above division. Mark Taylor closest to camera, taking that one out 11-5.
Oh.
But Armson now really starting to orchestrate some solid play.
That recovery from Taylor was ridiculous. Unfortunately in singles though, you've only got you on the court. Real cat and mouse play style we're seeing here for this game too, Adam.
Yeah, well, for Armson, I mean, his fabulous efforts are largely going unrewarded. The ability of he to chase these balls down, but every time that he gets that one extra shot, you've got the stubborn Mark Taylor sitting there in the middle, just placing the ball to perfection, as we see there with that drop into the kitchen.
Yeah, I've actually requested Mark Taylor to make an Instagram account, #RestingRefFace. He's renowned for a bit more of a stoic refereeing style. I've been fortunate enough to commentate many of the games he's called.
Oh, what a forehand there down the right-hand side to camera. Not much Armson could do about that one except watch it go by.
You ever refereed a game, Adam?
Negative, no.
It's a lot harder than people realise. Because there's the aspect of watching the game, and then there's the aspect of watching the rules of the game. So our official Mark Delaney, as we see a timeout here, I believe, from our gentleman. So his role on the right side would be to watch for chicken faults. It's nearly lunchtime. Kitchen faults. and also illegal serves. So for our official Delaney, he isn't actually watching what the awesome moves that the gentlemen are pulling off. He's just looking for little technicalities. Definitely easier said than done, and we thank all of our referees for this week here at the 2024 Trilogy Funds Australian Pickleball Championships. Events like this simply do not occur without our referees and the constant work they put in.
And a big shout out to all our volunteers in and around the grounds. This event also couldn't go on without your wonderful help. Got over 40 pickleball courts here. We've got our wonderful tournament directing staff allocating games almost every minute, Dylan, at this wonderful KDV Sport facility. Our volunteers are also responsible for making sure that our players are hydrated on court. We've got various water stations in and around the courts. We've also got our wonderful event village. So if you are tuning in live here at the courts in the wonderful event village, make sure you check out the sports bar as well, the newly finished sports bar. Plenty of food and drink opportunities in there also.
And later on today, we will have our Spirit of Pickleball award announced. And Adam has just mentioned all of the volunteers. They continuously carry the Spirit of Pickleball here in Australia. As Mark Taylor goes for the ATP, goes wide, had the opportunity, couldn't convert.
Yeah, I just think maybe if Mark Taylor dived at that one, he might have given himself a better shot.
He deliberately said that as loud as he could so he could hear us.
I was waiting for him to look over like, are you kidding? No, I didn't get the reaction out of him that I wanted, but maybe I'll get a message from him later on the playback.
Yeah, you will, mate. It won't be a nice one, I'll tell you that. I've already been told off by Taylor, considering the split age events that we've already called for him. All in jest, of course. If memory serves me right, we had Armson on the broadcast in day 1 or day 2, Adam. The name definitely rings a bell. Yeah, here we go. From WA, we had Floris. No, that was a young Armson. We had Floris and McLean in the juniors versus Armson and Coburn. And they were from WA, so I have a feeling this might be a senior Armson we have on court.
Could this also be an all WA 65 plus men's singles 4.0 final, Dylan?
Is Mark from WA originally?
Oh, you know what? I don't know. I'm putting 2 and 2 together. He's a wonderful Hammer ambassador.
Oh,
I saw
yeah.
he played with Andy Horridge.
Yeah,
so
that's a fair point.
I'm bit of guesswork there, but maybe it's correct guesswork. And what's not guesswork are these wonderful forehands here from Mark Taylor himself. That one finding the sideline indeed.
Yeah, I believe Mark currently resides in Sunny Coast, but that doesn't mean he's not from WA originally. We'll have to find out at some point. And there's that forehand roll. We are seeing that repeatedly. Have a timeout here on the side of Steve Armson, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to jump into a quick commercial break. Be back live straight after this.
You push yourself to perform, so do we. For over 25 years, investors have trusted Trilogy Funds to maximize income while preserving capital. So for income performance, invest with Trilogy Funds.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the 2024 Trilogy Funds Australian Pickleball Championships. We're picking up Game 2 of this gold medal match in this 65-plus men's singles 4.0 and above. A timeout was called there by Steve Armson, currently 4-10 down, so that makes it a gold medal match point here for Mark Taylor. And just like that, he secures the gold, folks, with a wonderful backhand A great match by these two, but ultimately Mark Taylor securing this game 11-5 and 11-4. 2 games. Congratulations, Mark. Gold medal in the 65-plus men's singles 4.0 and above.
Yeah, he's just done so well, Adam, and you probably want to go over and grab him for a quick interview, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to jump into another commercial break once we get back. Adam here will be with Mark Taylor for our award-winning interview.
Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the 2024 Trilogy Funds Australian Pickleball Championships. I'm standing with our gold medalists of that 65-plus men's singles. 55, my apologies. 55, I've got it written down here, 65. My apologies there. 55-plus men's singles, 4.0 and above. Mark Taylor was our victor in that one. He did it in style, did it in 2 games, 11-5, 11-4. Mark, not only are you a player here at the Australian Pickleball Championships, but you also do some refereeing. So I'm really interested to know, how many games do you reckon you've played in and officiated, and what's been the highlight for you so far?
For just this tournament? Probably played in about 25 maybe, and I've reffed probably 15. So it's good. I enjoy the reffing. I was on court yesterday at 7:30, got off court last night at 10:45, reffing, and between that played. So it was good.
Well, it's people like you that support this event so well, and you're very deserving of a gold medal in this 55-plus singles event. So congratulations, mate, and thank you for all that you've been doing in and around this tournament. Well, tune in for more live action here from Show Court. We're going to have plenty more coming right up at the 2024 Trilogy Funds Australian Pickleball Championships.
All your life you strive, trusting your experience, pushing yourself to perform. It's no surprise that you expect the same from your investments. For over 25 years, Trilogy Funds has been trusted by investors to maximise income while preserving capital. So, for income performance, invest with Trilogy Funds.
Have you ever slept in an igloo? Explored a city by tuk-tuk? Become friends with locals? You're about to on a small group explorations tour, averaging 16 people. Explore the world, from must-sees to local experiences designed just for small groups. Think small, because small groups do big things. Explorations by Collette, the best in guided travel since 1918.
I love life. I just enjoy every day more than the previous one.
I never had a woodwork shop like this one, like a kid in a toy shop, you know.
That's the best decision I have made, to move here to Keaton.
All your life you strive, trusting your experience, pushing yourself to perform. It's no surprise that you expect the same from your investments. For over 25 years, Trilogy Funds has been trusted by investors to maximise income while preserving capital. So, for income performance, invest with Trilogy Funds.
Take a tour with Collette, the best in guided travel since 1918. Choose from 170 expertly planned and expertly led tours worldwide. The must-see sights of the destination as well as local experiences are included, with choice on tour and free time to explore your way. Embrace the freedom of guided travel with Collette.
I love life. I just enjoy every day more than the previous one.
I never had a woodwork shop like this one, like a kid in a toy shop, you know.
That's the best decision I have made, to move here to Keaton.
All your life you strive, trusting your experience, pushing yourself to perform. It's no surprise that you expect the same from your investments. For over 25 years, Trilogy Funds has been trusted by investors to maximise income while preserving capital. So, for income performance, invest with Trilogy Funds.
Have you ever slept in an igloo? Explored a city by Tuk Tuk. Become friends with locals. You're about to on a small group explorations tour, averaging 16 people. Explore the world, from must-sees to local experiences designed just for small groups. Think small, because small groups do big things. Explorations by Collette, the best in guided travel since 1918.
I love life. I just enjoy every day more than the previous one.
I never had a woodwork shop like this one, like a kid in a toy shop, you know.
That's the best decision I had made, to move here to Keaton.
All your life you strive, trusting your experience, pushing yourself to perform. It's no surprise that you expect the same from your investments. For over 25 years, Trilogy Funds has been trusted by investors to maximise income while preserving capital. So, for income performance, invest with Trilogy Funds.
Take a tour with Collette, the best in guided travel since 1918. Choose from 170 expertly planned and expertly led tours worldwide. The must-see sites of the destination as well as local experiences are included, with choice on tour and free time to explore your way. Embrace the freedom of guided travel with Collette.
I love life. I just enjoy every day more than the previous one.
I never had a woodwork shop like this one, like a kid in a toy shop, you know.
That's the best decision I had made, to move here to Keaton.
All your life you strive, trusting your experience, pushing yourself to perform. It's no surprise that you expect the same from your investments. For over 25 years, Trilogy Funds has been trusted by investors to maximise income while preserving capital. So, for income performance, invest with Trilogy Funds.
Have you ever slept in an igloo? Explored a city by tuk-tuk? Become friends with locals? You're about to on a small group explorations tour, averaging 16 people. Explore the world, from must-sees to local experiences designed just for small groups. Think small, because small groups do big things. Explorations by Collette, the best in guided travel since 1918.
I love life. I just enjoy every day more than the previous one.
I never had a woodwork shop like this one, like a kid in a toy shop, you know.
That's the best decision I have made, to move here to Keaton.
All your life you strive, trusting your experience, pushing yourself to perform. It's no surprise that you expect the same from your investments. For over 25 years, Trilogy Funds has been trusted by investors to maximise income while preserving capital. So, for income performance, invest with Trilogy Funds.
Take a tour with Collette, the best in guided travel since 1918. Choose from 170 expertly planned and expertly led tours worldwide. The must-see sites of the destination as well as local experiences are included, with choice on tour and free time to explore your way. Embrace the freedom of guided travel with Collette.
I love life. I just enjoy every day more than the previous one.
I never had a woodwork shop like this one, like a kid in a toy shop, you know.
That's the best decision I have made, to move here to Keaton.
All your life you strive, trusting your experience, pushing yourself to perform. It's no surprise that you expect the same from your investments. For over 25 years, Trilogy Funds has been trusted by investors to maximise income while preserving capital. So, for income performance, invest with Trilogy Funds.
Have you ever slept in an igloo? Explored a city by...
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to the 2024 Trilogy Funds Australian Pickleball Championships. We are going to wind down our broadcast as we have a medal presentation here happening on Show Court 1. Adam and I, we're just going to have a bit of a chat about this morning's play and then leading into the afternoon. We did see the juniors events plus the 55-plus category events, to which we're all amazing. This Monday has provided the goods with all of our singles action thus far. We have more singles action for you this afternoon. Currently, we have our Open Men's and Open Women's singles divisions just starting their pool rounds, Adam. I think we're set for a big afternoon.
We certainly are, and I've got to say, hats off to our 14 and under boys, the juniors. That gold medal match between Crusoe Little and Benji Clark. Benji Clark, congratulations, our gold medalist there. But we're going to be seeing both those boys for years to come, and it shines a bright little spotlight there, Dylan, on the junior category here at the 2024 Trilogy Funds Australian Pickleball Championships. I know that's one of your favourite divisions, having coached some of our juniors. And that division's only going to grow from here on out, so we're going to be seeing that for many more years to come. But this afternoon, we turn to our open singles events, Dylan, and wow, we've seen the start of play and it's already looking pretty hot.
Yeah, I mean, considering the sheer quality in our open division, you know, the most reoccurring thing I hear from the Australian pickleball player base is that it just keeps getting better. Every single event, every tournament I go to, the pools are more difficult. There's no walk-in games anymore. You get a hard game straight off the bat. Like, we've got pool games, round one games going on around us right now, and they're all professional players. They're all ex-professional tennis players. They're just, every game is hard. And as a result, first of all, it makes our job easy as a commentator, but it's a tough one for these participants. They need to be on their game.
Big time. And looking forward to the open men's, Dylan. We're really in for a treat here. We've got Tom Evans. Now, a lot of you might know Tom, and he went deep overseas in America recently on the PPA Tour. He made it to the round of 16 over there in the US. He's our -- seed for the Open Men's event. We've also got Andy Horridge. Well, according to the Australian rankings, he's our #2 seed, and the #1 player under 6 foot, he's our #2 seed. And we've got Mitchell Hargraves. Now, he's taken out this championship here before in the singles. He's our #3 rank. So that top 3 looks like a tantalising prospect, potentially, to see here at Show Court, Dylan.
Yeah, and alternatively for our Open Women's singles, our top 3 rated players, Summer Dalabona. I mean, we've seen her play already this weekend and how ridiculous her double-handed backhand is. Currently ranked #1. We've also got Sarah Burr here. She is ranked #3, and we've seen her participate, how well she has played. We saw her with Vish Masand in the mixed events, to which those guys played terrifically. I actually saw Sarah watching a lot of the juniors today, the Open Women's, or rather the Junior Women's singles events. She was cheering all the ladies on, and what a great model she is. Finally, we have Nicholas Gaman here, the 5th ranked player in the Australian rankings here at the Australian Pickleball Championships. Absolute young gun in her own right, and she might be a sneaky dark horse for the gold in this one.
Yeah, well, I was just shaking my head there because the prospect of having Nicola playing in that Open Women's event, she's only 17 years of age, and I dare say, folks, we'll be seeing her on show court for this 2024 Trilogy Funds Australian Pickleball Championships. And if not now, well, wait for the next 10 years because she's going to be gracing our presence for quite some time.
Yeah, I agree. Not even 10 years, next 6 months. She's already been dominating, so it won't take long to see her on the podium once more. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to have a bit of a breather. We have more of our open action this afternoon as our broadcast is going to have a bit of a break. We will be back live sometime soon in the next couple of hours or so. We hope you've all enjoyed yourselves on the PAA Facebook page and the PAA YouTube channel, as well as our Player Village, KDV Sports Bar and Lounge. This is Dylan and Adam, and we should probably go get some food, mate.
We certainly should. Don't go far, though, folks. This afternoon, we're going to have more live action from the 2024 Trilogy Funds Australian Pickleball Championships.